Are you looking to gain an upper hand with your Amazon advertising? Then you're not going to want to miss these 4 tips on how to create better ads while spending less money on wasted ad spend. Let's dive in. Hey, I'm Mike Zagare, creator of PPC Entourage, and since 2016, we have helped thousands of sellers grow their brands using the power of Amazon ads. Every single week, we will deliver the latest tips and strategies based on our years of experience managing millions of dollars in ad spend to show you what's working right now. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell if you want to grow your brand using the power of Amazon ads. All right, guys, in this week's video, we're gonna be going over 4 tips, and some of these tips were questions that came up in our Facebook community, and I think they're really going to help you create better ads, but also save money on ad spend in the process. So take these tips and run with them, go out there and take some action, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, tip number 1 is to know everything that you can possibly know about your target audience. Now, this is important no matter what type of advertising or marketing that you're doing, and it's no different with Amazon ads. And the single best way to go about this is to dig into your search term report on a regular basis. So check this out. I have the search term report loaded up, and you can see all of these different search terms, essentially getting into the mind of the shopper. Now, these search terms I can use in future campaigns. I can use these for ideas for new products. I can use these for ideas to cross-sell or upsell my product when I'm setting up my sponsored display campaign. The point is, I know what shoppers are searching for with the search term report. The other thing you could do is you could also look at the ASINs that are showing up in your search term report. Now, these ASINs are a result of using auto campaigns and also category targeting campaigns. And as I go down this list, I start to get ideas for what other products shoppers are looking for and buying with alongside my product. Once again, learning about my customer as much as possible. So another way to learn about your customer is to dig into reviews. Reviews are an absolute treasure trove of information, and we can use this information to learn about our customer and also use this to come up with really good headlines and headline copy. So for example, thick and durable. Now, a lot of the cat litter liners that I've researched are falling apart and they're messy and all sorts of things. So by coming over to this one and seeing that shoppers are looking for thick and durable cat litter liners, I can then use that and put it into my headlines because I'm really diving into my audience and learning about what their pain points are. Another good way to learn about your target audience is to go on over to Instagram and type in the hashtag of your main keyword. So for example, here I typed in hashtag cat litter, and you can see all of these great images. And this can start to give me ideas as to what people are clicking on, what they're liking, what they're commenting on, and I can start to get ideas for my own custom images, but also go in there and learn a little bit about my target audience and see what they're saying, see what they're commenting, just to get an idea and start to get into their shoes. Tip number 2 is budget utilization. Now, if you're on a finite budget with your ad spend, and a lot of sellers are, you're going to want to make sure that there aren't keywords that you're targeting that are absolutely eating away at your budget. And this is likely going to happen if you don't go in and check on a regular basis. So inside of Entourage, we have a feature, but you could do this with a spreadsheet too, that shows the most expensive keywords or targets. Now, this is organized by the highest cost per click target. Oftentimes, we're going after certain keywords that are just becoming way too competitive, and you could see 4, 5, 6, $15 clicks. Now, if you have a $50 a day budget or a $100 a day budget, there's only so many clicks that you can go and get before that budget is eaten away. So make sure you're looking at those high cost per click keywords. Another quick tip is to make sure that you're not getting what I call death by 1,000 paper cuts. Now, this is when you have a lot of keywords that are in broad match or they're irrelevant, and you're getting all of these 1 clicks, 2 clicks, and they're just slowly chipping away at your daily budget. So if you're trying to conserve, look at all of the search terms that are adding up. Ask yourself, are these relevant? Are they really working out? If they're not, consider going to phrase match or exact match or targeting much more relevant keywords. All right, so tip number 3 is great for people who love to stay organized. Now, without this, you may run the risk of wasting a ton of money on ad spend. And the tip is to stay organized with your optimization schedule. Now, a lot of sellers go in there once a week, and if you're just spending a few $1,000s a month, that may be enough to accomplish all of the things that I'm going to show you on this list. If you're starting to spend a lot more, you're going to want to go in there and do this on a more routine basis, because the more spend you have, the more optimizations you can make. So let's take a look at some of these different optimizations that you can make. So first thing on our list of optimizations is to take care of those super high ACoS keywords and make sure that we're addressing those keywords. We may want to pause them, we may want to lower the bid, but we have to address them on a regular basis. Next, we want to address those ACoS keywords that are kind of close to break even. Like let's say it's between 40 and 80%. We're going to want to look at those at least once a week and make bid modifications. Now you could do that with an autopilot. You can go in there and use your own calculations with a spreadsheet, but the point is you have to do this on a regular basis. Next, if you look at this sheet, you're also going to want to find the keywords that have 0 impressions. Now these are the keywords we're assuming are relevant to the product that you're selling, but for whatever reason, you're not getting any impressions. So you may wish to isolate the keyword, or you may wish to increase the bid on that keyword. And this is a really important one. We call this 0 sale keywords. So these are the keywords that are just absolutely draining your budget with multiple clicks and no sales. You're going to want to look at that on a shorter time frame, let's say 7 to 14 days if you have a lot of data, but also across like 30 days or 60 days or 90 days to catch the keywords that are absolutely draining your bank account. The point is doing this on a regular basis and just covering all your bases is really going to help you save some money on ad spend. Now I have a couple more here. One in particular I want to highlight, deep bid optimizations for placements. Now essentially this is going to see where your campaign is performing better in terms of top of search, rest of search, or product page, and making some bid adjustments to make sure that you're showing up where the ad is performing the best. Once again, a lot of sellers overlook this, but if you have a schedule to do this routinely, it'll be very simple and easy moving forward. Tip number 4 is about testing different categories and different ASINs. So you always want to be trying out different categories or finding different ASINs to test with your product targeting ads. And as you likely know by now, product targeting ads can be used in sponsored product ads, sponsored brand ads, and sponsored display ads. So you're going to want to test out different audiences. And we have found that sometimes audiences that we didn't think were going to work really well turned out working out really well. And sometimes the opposite was true. But the point is you have to test these different audiences. So you can go back to the tip that I said, the first tip, and find different niches where your audience is hanging out and use that in your product targeting to try to see if there's some overlap. You could also find and test some of these STEM categories. There's all sorts of ways to do it. You can refine the categories. The point is you want to test all of this and see what works better. Also, ASINs, you can go and find a ton of different ASINs using some of the ASIN grabber tools. Throw them in here and make sure that you have a budget on that campaign because you don't want to blow through your budget, but test these different ASINs to see which ones are working and which ones aren't, and always be testing. So what was your favorite tip in this video? Leave a comment below with your favorite tip and any questions that you may have about the tips that were mentioned. And if you have any questions about how we can help you with your Amazon advertising, head on over to ppcentourage.com today. We are here to help you avoid painful spreadsheets and help your brand grow. Also, YouTube is going to put the video above from last week on click-through rate percentage and also a video below on a video that they think you will like. I will see you all next week.